It's been a few weeks since Christmas, and I'm guessing that you, yes you, I'm talking directly to you, are either trying to get a VR headset now that they're finally in stock, or you got one for Christmas and have no idea what the hell to do with it. Well, you've basically come to the right place. I'm a random nerd, I make VR content right here on YouTube, and I live stream every Sunday. And I'm here to teach you real quick before we start the video, I just want to thank y'all so much for helping me pass 1,000 subs on this new channel. Seriously, y'all are amazing. I'm gonna be doing a short Q&A video for reaching 1,000 subs, so if you want to know what kind of underwear I wear, or how I maintain my sanity while watching people break their headsets over and over and over and go, oh gosh, please stop, then let me know in the comments, or go to this community post here and let me know there. Anyway, thank y'all again. Back to the video. These first two sections are going to be dedicated to people who don't own a VR headset yet. If you already do own one, here's a timestamp for you to skip to. So, what exactly is VR? Virtual reality is a medium of technology where someone puts on a fancy headset and can interact with the 3D world the headset generates for them. You can do all sorts of stuff in VR. Talk with people, slash keeps to music, watch movies and YouTube videos, and be a badass action hero, amongst many other things. Sound cool? Well, it should, because it is cool. Now I have your attention, and you're eagerly trying to research a headset you want to buy. But slow down there, buddy. Let me clue you in which headset is best for you. There are so many VR headsets on the market that figuring out which one works best for you makes car shopping look like a fun pastime. Thankfully, I'm here though, because I'm going to discuss the 4 most popular ones and give you the pros and cons to figure out which one's the best for you. The Quest 2. It's the cheapest one on this list, it has great specs, and can be standalone or connected to a PC. But it requires some accessories to be comfortable. You need to buy a link cable or have really good internet to play on PC, and you have to deal with Meta. The Valve Index. This is a really good headset for someone with a lot of space, it has amazing headphones, and some of the most immersive controllers you will find. But it's also the most expensive on this list, it's a PC VR exclusive headset, and it's kind of outdated, but it still has really good specs. The Vive Cosmos and Vive Pro 2. These headsets are a bit more premium, and they have slightly better specs than most headsets in the market, but in all other aspects, it's pretty dwarfed by the Quest 2, and has some of the most bizarre controllers I have ever seen. Seriously, what are these? The Pico 4. It's kind of a slight step up and step back from the Quest 2. It has better design, better specs, but some pretty bizarre controllers, manufacturing inconsistencies, and it's only available in European countries as of this video's release. Any other headset not listed here is either way too expensive, or it's so new, I haven't had a chance to look at it. In my personal opinion, the Quest 2 is the best consumer headset on the market, due to its PC VR compatibility, its ease of use, and its cheap price. Alright, cool, you have your headset. Now surely you don't need any other accessories for this thing, right? Of course you do, bitch, fork it over. What, you think you need food this month too? If you're one of the thousands of people who own a Quest 2, you will need some accessories for this thing to make this thing anywhere near comfortable. Some accessories you should consider buying are a carrying case, a link cable for the Quest 2, an upgraded faceplate, and above all else, an upgrade for this yoga band they call a head strap. Seriously, why do they ship this thing with this? I highly recommend Kiwi Design for these accessories. They have some great products for the Quest 2 and other popular headsets, and all the upgrades I have for my Quest 2 came straight from them. While you don't necessarily need these accessories, having them can make a huge difference in your comfortability and making sure your VR experience goes as smooth as possible. This step is crucial to ensuring you, your headset, and your living space all remain intact and undamaged. You want to make sure you have enough space to play. If this is your first time in VR, you will be moving around like crazy despite your best efforts to stand still. So giving yourself a good couple of feet or 1 to 2 meters of play space is an absolute necessity. If you don't have enough space or don't want to stand up, there's always the option of sitting down and playing. Now for this, you'd only need to make sure you can reach out from side to side without hitting anything. It's not as immersive, but it's definitely safer. Alright, you have everything set up, and I can imagine you immediately want to hop in and play Bone Live or Blade of Sorcery and shoot and stab things like a badass, right? Don't do that! I know Among Us VR and Full Locomotion VR chat look really tempting to jump into, but I'm insisting you don't right away. Why? Because this little thing called VR sickness. When you move in the headset, but your legs don't move in real life, your brain will get very confused, and it'll be easy for you to get motion sick, even if you're not prone to it. You have not built up your VR legs yet, and this will take some time to do. Now, I personally recommend you start out with some games that involve some more natural movements, so your brain can get used to being in VR before you do anything crazy. Beat Saber, I Expect You to Die, Demeo, and Super Hot are all great games for this. Everyone knows what Beat Saber is. I Expect You to Die is a puzzle spy themed kind of game. Demeo is a tabletop game, kind of like Dungeons & Dragons. And Super Hot is basically you mix the Matrix with James Bond and you have one of the best VR games ever made.
Holy f***, that's cool!
If you want to be more adventurous with your movements, or want a bigger experience, then look for games with teleport options as an alternative to moving. Half-Life Alyx, VR Chat's teleport option, Walkabout Mini Golf, and plenty more all have these options. All these games will get you comfortable with VR, and will help your brain adjust to this new medium of technology. If you do get sick in VR, take your headset off, put it in timeout, and come back to it later. Oh, and before you buy any VR game, look at the reviews. There are so many great experiences in VR, but there's also just some really big stinkers in terms of just quality of game. For VR especially, you want to make sure you do your research before you spend $20, $30 on a game to make sure you're going to enjoy it. And if you don't enjoy a game, there's always Steam's and Meta's refund policy if you play for under 2 hours and refund under 2 weeks. If you want to try some free games, you can find some on Meta's App Lab, or you can download SideQuest on your PC or Quest to install some unofficial games that are fantastic. Do your research, and you will have some incredible fun with the games you find. Okay, so now you're done with your Beat Saber Sweatfest and your headset is all sweaty and gross. How do you clean it? For the outside of the headset and the head strap, you should use a disinfectant wipe or a dry towel to clean it off. For the tracking cameras and the lenses, use a clean and dry microfiber cloth. Do not use your shirt or any wet chemicals. For the controllers, remove the batteries or make sure they're turned off, and wipe them down with a disinfectant wipe. You don't have to do this daily, but you should do it a couple times a month to keep your headset nice and clean. Once it's clean, you need a place to store it, so it doesn't get damaged. You want to keep the lenses pointed away from any source of sunlight, as these things are basically magnifying glasses that will fry your internals if left in the sunlight for too long. You can either buy a lens cover, or put something like a clean sock over it to make sure this doesn't happen. If you want to bring them different places, I recommend getting a carrying case. I have this official one from Oculus, and it's pretty nice. But you can probably find some cheaper ones in Kiba Design or Amazon. Regardless, if you do all these things, your headset will remain in tip-top shape for a long time. And with that, you're now the proud owner of a VR headset. You know what games to start with, how to take care of it, and how to immerse yourself in this new landscape that Meta's trying to take over. If you want more insight on some good games you should get in the future, then please consider subscribing, as I plan to make plenty more videos on plenty of VR stuff in the future. I also live stream right here on YouTube every Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Pacific. Anyway, thank you for watching. And hopefully now I'll stop seeing these videos of people misusing their headset. Oh, what the fuck?